Hello, this is Amber Wilson, and this is Profit Maximizing Quantity and Price Presentation, Deliverable 6. This PowerPoint is being submitted on March 15th, 2019 for Professor Audra Sherwood's Managerial Economics course. Today we will be going over the scenario, and within the presentation we will be going over production costs, cost curves, product cost calculations, profit maximization equation, and equilibrium price, as well as the conclusion and summary. An overview of the scenario is oil company X is expanding and considering an alternative investment to building the pipeline. The consideration of increasing production at existing facilities is proposed. The cost analysis department has been asked to find the profit maximizing quantity and price if production continues at the existing facilities. We will evaluate the present costs and present the data in the form of graphs and tables. Here we can see the production costs. The following is presented in price, quantity in millions, total revenue in millions, marginal revenue in millions, total cost in millions. Let it just be said that all of these numbers will be in millions. Total fixed cost, total variable cost, average total cost, average fixed cost, average variable cost, marginal cost, followed by profits and losses. The cost curves can be seen here. First comes total cost. The total cost is outlined in blue, with the total fixed cost in orange and the total variable cost in gray. The average and marginal cost can be seen here, with the average total cost being outlined in blue, the average variable cost in gray, the average fixed cost in orange, and the marginal cost in yellow. And lastly is the profit maximization graph. The marginal revenue is outlined in blue, with the marginal cost being outlined in orange. I think it's important to note here that the marginal revenue, as in quantity increases, it will be going down, while the marginal cost, as the quantity increases, will be going up. The production cost calculations can be found here. These calculations were used for the production costs in this table here. So please refer if there's any questions as to the numbers found in the production costs table here. Please refer to the production cost calculations here. Now, profit maximization. Profit maximization occurs when the marginal revenue received is equal to the marginal cost of obtaining the revenue. This assures marginal analysis and will achieve the highest possible outcome. MR equals MC, or marginal revenue equals marginal cost. From the table here, we can see that the profit maximization number is 1.73 million being produced at 5 million units. These are outlined with the red circles here and here, as well as an outline in yellow here. So this is the profit maximization. Equilibrium price. Equilibrium price is when the average total cost equals marginal cost. Since there is no set equilibrium price shown on the table, however, the average and marginal cost curve shows an intersect here with this yellow circle, meaning that we can make a rough estimate that the equilibrium price is about 1.25 at about 1.8 million units. So the price is about 1.25 here at about 1.8 million units. So outlined in green is about where it would be on the table if it were to be set on the table. So in summary, Oil Company X is expanding and considering an alternative investment to building the pipeline. There is a consideration of increasing production at existing facilities. The cost analysis department has been asked to find the profit maximizing and equilibrium quantity and price if production continues at the existing facilities. The data has been presented in graphs and tables. Our conclusion is, Oil Company X is generally incurring a profit. Per the shutdown rule, there is only one instance where shutdown would be in Oil Company X's best interest. Now the shutdown rule is as follows. If price is less than the average variable cost, the company should shut down. Now if the price is greater than the average variable cost, one should continue to produce at a fixed quantity to minimize losses. And sometimes it's better to stay open at a loss to minimize further losses. So here, if we go back to the table, one can see here our profit maximization line. We can see that the profits are steadily increasing till they hit the profit maximization line here, and then they steadily decrease again, incurring a general loss. So when a loss occurs, most would assume that a firm should shut down, but not necessarily. We'd still have to pay the fixed costs of production when that does not level out with inputs such as rent or loan payments. But variable cost payments would cease producing savings, as it is any cost that varies with output such as labor and materials. If we shut down, we are obligated to pay fixed costs. So if we earn enough to cover variable costs and pay some of the fixed costs, continuing to produce in the short term is best, even though a loss is being incurred. So based upon this table, the only time when shutdown would be a good idea is, as per the shutdown rule, if the price is less than the average variable cost, we would shut down. So the price here at 173 and the average variable cost here is 1.77. This is the only instance when the price is less than the average variable cost. So here, if we were operating at this rate, we would want to shut down. So if this is the profit maximization line, if we continue to produce at a higher rate than quantity of 5 million units, then we might want to either operate at a loss in the short term or consider shutting down. Anything at 5 or less, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 million units, producing here would continue to increase the profits, and we would be able to stay open. So again, in summary and conclusion, if oil company X continues to produce at its price maximization benchmark of 1.73 million units being produced at 5 million units, significant profit can be produced. So shutting down or operating at a loss is only recommended when producing past this point. All resources can be found for Module 3 and Module 6 of the Rasmussen modules. Thank you. Have a nice day.